Hey guys, it's Jam of JamOnline.ph and welcome back to my channel. And today, pag-usapan natin yung mga latest news dito sa tech for the past week. Yes, so unahin naman natin muna dito si Apple with their new MacBook Pro. Yes, they've updated their MacBook Pro lineup with a brand new processor. So, the MacBook Pro now comes with a 10th generation processor dun sa mga higher end variants, and of course, we now have a Magic Keyboard. Unfortunately, itong si Apple, hindi pa rin sila nag-upgrade ng kanilang display unlike the 16-inch MacBook. And of course, ganun pa rin yung bezel niya, pero we got here a brand new keyboard. Yeah, brand new keyboard and of course, a more powerful performance. But kailangan nyo i-take note itong mga sasabihin ko sa susunod. Kasi kung bibili kayo ng MacBook Pro guys, well, it now starts at $74,990, which is cheaper than the previous generation by a few thousands lang naman. So this one is still at 1.4 GHz, but you have to take note that it starts at 8th generation processor. It's not the 10th gen processor. And as you can see here, the RAM is only at 8 gigs with only an LPDDR3 na memory, which means na mas mabagal or probably the same yung kanyang performance sa memory just like the previous generation. But if you're getting the 105,000 pesos na variant, it comes with a 10th gen processor, 4 Thunderbolt ports, okay, fine. And we got here a double memory na rin dito. We do not have a 128 gigs na MacBook Pro. It now starts at 256 gigs, which is a big plus for me. And of course, yung 512 gig storage niya para sa 105,000 na variant, I think mas okay na naman, mas reasonable. Aside doon, meron din tayong Magic Keyboard dito, 16 gigs of RAM na mas mabilis at 3,733 MHz na LPDDR4X compared dun sa 1.4 GHz na LPDDR3, and it now comes with a quad-core i5 na 10th gen processor. So I think if bibili kayo ng MacBook Pro, it is best na bilhin niyo itong 10th gen processor. Ibilhin niyo itong may mas mabilis na memory kasi even the MacBook Air, it now comes with an LPDDR4X na RAM. So yeah, it is a slower processor, although I'm not sure how it will compare to sa 8th gen processor ni MacBook Pro na 1.4. But I would prefer something na mabilis yung memory, and of course, para masulit lang yung memory, and of course, I think mas sulit pag nag 10th gen kayo kasi it's a big leap coming from 8th gen to 10th gen. So yung presyo niya, the MacBook Pro starts at $74,990 for the 256 gig na storage, and then we got here an 86,990 for the 512 gigs. Both of them are actually 1.4. I do not recommend that. Ito yung nare-recommend ko, the 104,990 comes with a 2.0 GHz 10th gen na processor with 16 gigs of RAM and 256 with 512 gigs of internal storage. And of course, ito may 4 Thunderbolt ports, and then yung pinakamahal is 116,990. Mas mabilis yung kanyang almost the same, actually same lang pala yung processor niya, but we got here a bigger storage at 1 terabyte. So yung next topic naman natin is the Redmi Note 9S. Yes, pinag-usapan na natin to before sa website ko. The Redmi Note 9S is a mid-range smartphone. It is quite an interesting smartphone, but this time, the Redmi Note 9S has arrived in the Philippines officially. So hindi na kayo kailangan bumili sa gray market because this one is now available from Xiaomi Philippines. So the smartphone comes with a Snapdragon 720G processor, which is quite interesting. It is the same processor that is being used by the Realme 6 Pro. Then we got here a 6.67-inch Full HD plus IPS display. It starts at 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal storage, but it's also available 6 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage. So ang gusto ko dito sa Redmi Note 9S is yung kanyang design. First, we got your quad camera lens with a 48 megapixel main camera, and then we got your punch hole selfie camera dun sa unahan. Nabasa ko yung mga reviews earlier sa mga ibang websites, and I believe maganda yung kanyang display. Hindi naman disappointing yung kanyang display. Unang-una, punch hole display siya. Gusto ko yung mga punch hole, prefer ko siya over the notch in some cases. And of course, the quad camera lens is actually pretty interesting. So yung fingerprint scanner niya, hindi niya halata sa photo, but this is actually a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. So the Snapdragon 720G processor, hindi ko pa siya natatry, but I'm expecting that it will have a very powerful performance. Not as powerful as the Snapdragon 730G, but the 720G, I expect na kaya niya namang patakbo ng games like PUBG Mobile, hopefully with ultra frame rates or sana may extreme frame rates dito sa mga smartphone na to. So the Redmi Note 9S, isa pa sa mga favorite ko sa kanya is that it's running on 5020 mAh of battery. That is pretty large. And then we got here an 18 watts wired charging. Although wala tayong 90Hz display in here, panalo naman yung presyo niya. So the Redmi Note 9S is priced at 10,490 for the 4 gigs with 64 gigs internal storage. And then if gusto nyo na mas maganda, you can go for the 11,990 with 6 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage. So nasa sa inyo naman yung kanang prefer nyo, but for me, if talagang pilit yung budget ko, I would go for the 10490. Wala nang problema. I believe it can still do some gaming, but of course when multitasking, baka magkameron kayo ng problema sa RAM. So yeah, I suggest getting the 4 gigs of RAM of course, palagi, pero if on the budget, the Redmi Note 9S at 3 gigs of RAM. And again, interesting yung kanyang performance in here, 720G. We got a really interesting design, really cute, cool design dito sa Redmi Note 9S. And yes, it's now available in the Philippines. So yeah, I believe this one is available soon sa Lazada and Shopee. Actually, as of this recording, available na si Redmi Note 9S. You can get it at Lazada and also at Shopee. And lastly, our smartphone na isa sa pinaka-interesting is the Realme 6 series, and finally, it will arrive here in the Philippines as the Realme Philippines Facebook page has teased us with their upcoming smartphone, the Realme 6i. So ano ba meron dito sa Realme 6i? First, we got your design similar doon sa mga previous Realme smartphones, but the Realme 6i does have an interesting specs inside. So first, meron tayo ditong Helio G80 processor, which is a quite powerful processor. Then of course we got here 3 gigs or 4 gigs of RAM. And then we got a 6.5 inch full HD plus display. We got up to 128 gigs of internal storage. The camera is a 48 megapixel main with a 16 megapixel selfie. We got here 5,000 mAh of battery, and thankfully USB-C na siya with 18 watts fast charging. What I like about this smartphone is that we got here the same design DNA of the Realme series smartphones like the Realme 5, but this time the Realme 6i now packs a Helio G80 processor. Mas malakas siya doon sa Realme C3, the G70, and it can run Black Desert Mobile. The G80 processor of this one, I believe, mas malakas pa naman yung performance nito. Hopefully, matry ko na siya sa gaming soon. On May 13, after the live stream, I will post a gaming review of this smartphone. And of course, meron tayo fast charging. Again, interesting. The 6.5 inch display, although it's HD plus lang, medyo disappointing. But again, we have to take note that it's a budget smartphone. Budget siya in what way? Well, the smartphone will be priced at below 10,000 pesos. We do not know yet the exact price of the smartphone, but we do know that it will be below 10,000 pesos. Interesting din yung kanyang colors because we're getting here a green tea color and also a white milk. Yeah, white milk, green tea, pares na drinks na gusto natin inumin. This ECQ, hindi natin siya mabili kasi ECQ. Anyway, the Realme 6i is expected to be launched sa Pilipinas this May 13 with a price of below 10,000 pesos. We do not know yet the exact price of the smartphone. But yeah, we're hoping na okay yung kanyang presyo. So yeah guys, that's it for this week's weekly recap natin dito sa Jam Online YouTube channel. So once again, I'm Jam of JamOnline.ph, and if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and of course, huwag niyo kalimutan pindutin ang subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of the latest videos here at Jam Online YouTube channel. So once again, I am Jam of JamOnline.ph. Thank you for watching. See you guys again sa susunod na video.